Hi my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Amy and I'm a cruelty-free makeup enthusiast. So in today's video, I wanted to do a full face of products that aren't new, that I've had in my collection for some time, that I just wanted to play with. Maybe some of them I've been neglecting a little bit, so I figured we can do that today. If you wanted to see how I achieved this look, then keep on watching. Alright, so I have zoomed you in. From the image, it looks like she definitely used tape to get a nice clean straight line. So I'm going to do that too. There we go. All right, I think that's about even. Let's prep the eyebrows and we will go in using the Urban Decay Brow Blade. So this is a nice item that's been out for a while. I actually really like it. This is in the shade Natural Nana. So the only thing about these is that they don't come with a spoolie, so I have to use a separate spoolie to just kind of brush my brow hairs up, but I don't mind doing that. And I always start off with the waterproof pencil side. And this thing just glides on, so you have to be careful because you can easily just go whoop because it's so smooth. When quarantine is over, I cannot wait to get my eyebrows done. I'm starting to look a little crazy. It's not too bad. I mean, I've been plucking them. It's not the end of the world, but I'm starting to, I feel like they're just getting longer and longer as time goes on. So now I'm going to switch over to the ink stain side, and I'm just going to do a couple of hair-like strokes to the brows. If you hear birdies out, I opened up my window. We're having the most bizarre weather in Connecticut right now. It's like, it's really strange. So yesterday, it's May, right? So it should be getting warmer. It tends to get warmer here in New England at this time of year. And it just started snowing, like a huge snowstorm with tons of wind gusts. It was insane. And now it's like 60 degrees and sunny out. It was snowing and 30 degrees yesterday, 60 degrees sunny today. It's no rhyme or reason. It's bizarre. So to carve out the eyebrows and prep the eyelids, I'm going to go into trusty Shape Tape from Tarte. I feel like this will kind of give me a bit more control too with how crazy my eyebrows have been. All right, so we are carved out. We are good to start this eye look. So I'm going to go into the Nomad. This is the Tokyo palette, and I love this thing because it's so cute. It's so kawaii, bright colors, nice and pastel, especially for the springtime. So let me look at this look. So it looks like she started off definitely with this purple shade. This is Takenoko Zoku. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Takenoko Zoku. Oh, you can see this purple one right here. So I'm just going to take a crease brush, but not one that's too big. Let me just find a good one. I'm thinking maybe this one right here. This is the ColourPop E17 brush. I'm going to go in with that purple shade. I'm just going to lay it down on the outer part of the eye and then just blend into the crease. And I'm going to go a little bit higher, slightly above my crease, because she does do a cut crease and the cut crease does look quite high on her eye. Okay, so I think that color laid down quite nicely. Let's move on. She does have the bluer slightly higher, so it's basically, the blue is practically touching her eyebrow. So I think that she used the shade Kakigori? Kakigori, and there we go. So Kakigori, this one right here. Let me get an even smaller brush. Okay, this is a Sigma Precision Firm Blender. This is E42. So let's go into Kakigori with this. And I'm literally gonna stamp, I don't know why I said literally, of course I'm literally going to. I'm just gonna stamp this slightly above and then blend. And let's just keep building until we have a deep saturation of color. But she practically put it all the way to the eyebrow, so that's what I am going to do here. And then we're going to go back into Shape Tape and we're going to cut the crease with this. Now I'm going to go back into that really light blue shade, Khaki Gory. That's the first color I'm going to put on the lid. Okay, I just went back into Takenado Zoku and I just put a little bit more purple in the crease. Now let's do the inner part of the lid. That appears to be, I can't tell, it's either the shade Gairu, which is more of like a purple, and then there's a pink one here too. This pink one is called Lolita, so I'm actually going to go into Lolita because I want to play more with this pink shade. I'm just going to flip that brush that I was using. This is the ColourPop E18, and I'm just going to use that to do the inner corner, not the inner corner, the inner part of the lid. Just go back and do Khaki Gory, and then just put that in the middle a bit more. These shades are kind of reminding me of like sorbet. It's making me hungry. So satisfying. Let's move on to the face now. So the Milk Hydro Grip has been a long time love of mine, so I'm definitely going to put that one on. For foundation, I'm going to pull out something that came out last year that I've actually really enjoyed and I haven't really talked too much about on my channel, but that's the Dose of Colors. This is their foundation, the Meet Your Hue foundation, and I really like this foundation a lot. I remember kind of being wary about it when it first came out because I heard a lot of mixed things, but I think this is actually a really lovely foundation. So I'm going to go back into Tarte Shape Tape. I've already used this 3 times, it seems, for this look. So this is an oldie and a goodie, and I know a lot of people have this in their collection. I'm just using For setting powder, I'm going to use the Pacifica. This is their Crystal Rays Luminous Translucent Setting Powder. This is a really nice brightening powder, especially if you feel like your skin's looking a little dull. I really like using this. So I'm just going to set under the under eye. I'm going to go into my depotted bronzers and blushes right now. I'm going to use this is the Tarte, I think this is the Park Ave Princess bronzer. Let me just make sure. Yes, this is the Park Ave Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer. So I've had this for some time. It's got a pretty big dip in it. I'm going to go into this. I haven't played with it in some time, so I feel like it's time, you know? Like I gotta use this bronzer. All right. Now for blush, I have several blushes here that are kind of like oldies goodies. I've hit pan in one of them, and I feel like I just have to use that one I keep hitting pan in that I love so much. This one is the Pacifica Camellia brush. I think Camellia blush. That's this really pretty pink one right here. This blush just blends so beautifully. Go in one more time. Now for highlighter, let's go into the Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit, another oldie but goodie. Let's go into Blue Ice and let's see how we feel about that. I'm liking the way that looks. It's a good decision. Tiniest bit. So if I go back into this picture, it looks like she just has the blue closest to the bottom lid and then a little bit of the purple again. And then she has the shade Takeshita Dori, this really deep purple shimmer in the inner corner. So let's do that. Let's go in with the same brush that I used for the blue. So Kakagori, which is that lighter blue shade. I'm just going to go back in and do the lower lash line. I love when light shades are pigmented enough that they come up on the skin, because sometimes when you work with pastels, they aren't the most pigmented. But this palette is a really fantastic pastel palette. If you're ever in the mood to buy a pastel palette, or you're just trying to find one to add to your collection, I do highly recommend this one or the Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute. Both palettes are fantastic. They work very well with one another. And in addition to that, there's also the Linda Hallberg Spectral palette, which is quite pretty. Has a little less, it's different, like there's a lot more deeper shades in that one. I'm gonna go into the light purple, the Takendo Soku, the one that I did in the crease. I'm just gently tapping my brush and just going right underneath the blue. Using a small brush, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop E20, and I'm going into the Takeshita Dori, the deep purple shimmer, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner. It's always so interesting when you put such a darker shade on the inner corner. Normally I tend to put much lighter shades in that area, so this is definitely different for me, but I love experimenting with new colors. Now, before I put lashes on, because I think this look definitely calls for lashes and mascara, of course, I'm going to do the lips first before I do that. So I'm going to go into my Lunatick Cosmetic Labs. This is one of their bullet lipsticks, literally a bullet shell, and this color is Bruja. I'm just going to go put some lashes on and mascara, and I will be right back. Alrighty, my friends, so now I have my lashes on and the bottom mascara, and I think this look is so much fun. It's definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone playing with more color. I really do love color, and I love experimenting with new looks. I am not a makeup artist, but I really love to explore what I can do and try to up my game, if you will, personally for me, and just learn new techniques. So this was so much fun to do. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching me use all these products that are not new in my collection. So hopefully you are all staying safe and healthy. Remember to stay home if you can, and my love to you. Thank you again for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content. And until next time, remember to stay compassionate and chic. Bye. Bye-bye now.